Oh My Dog with Jack D and Seann Walsh.
Coming up on today's show, well, we have some very big news, don't we, Seann?
Yes, we did. Good news, by the way. You made it sound like
yes.
one of us might be dying.
No, I said big news. I wouldn't say. No one says bad. You don't come back from the doctor's big news.
Big news. Not got long left.
Oh,
Hi, Seann.
Hi, Jack.
Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
You weren't expecting to say hi, Seann,
No.
like I say at the beginning of every single podcast we've ever done. Sorry to sort of push the envelope this week, but I just
really
thought.
threw him with that one,
You
Jack.
caught me off guard there. What's? Yeah, we're lucky this isn't going out. We're lucky this isn't some sort of podcast.
It was all going really well, and then one week I just threw Seann, and I threw him a curveball, and he couldn't handle it, and it all went. I said hi, and he said, "You what?"
Hello really throws me.
Yeah, it does. It's a tough one sometimes. Yeah. Speaking of hello, Sarah.
Hello.
How are you? See, look, Seann, it's easy
Really
to
good.
respond to that, isn't it? You can do it.
Hello.
That's all you have to do.
This is
say
good.
back.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
like this. I like this. It's kind of almost feels like it's like an opener
I
to
agree.
to kind of
Yeah.
enter a conversation or something kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Very
yeah,
good.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Well, now we've got the hellos out of the way. We have got an important announcement to make, and
Yes.
I feel that we should do it before we get into the rest of the podcast. Do you not agree?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
This is what it is, dear listeners, which is after more than 3 years of Oh My Dog, we've decided it's time to broaden the show. Dogs will always be a huge part of our lives, and I'm sure yours, and they'll always have a place in our conversations. But we have realized the thing so many of you enjoy most is where those conversations take us. So rather than just talking about dogs, we are opening the door to all of life's little dramas and dilemmas and distractions. It's still the three of us, the same sense of humor, and the same community, just with a much bigger playground, so to speak.
Yes, so we'll be bringing you 3 more episodes of Oh My Dog. We'll take a short break, and as we'll be in Edinburgh to premiere the new show, we'll launch our brand new podcast, Another Day Ruined, in September. So if you're coming to see us at the Edinburgh Fringe, you'll actually be the very first audience to experience the new show live.
And you don't need to do anything. Just stay subscribed if you would like to. We hope you will. And in September, your Oh My Dog feed will automatically become Another Day Ruined.
Those of you who are already off the lead Patreons will have experienced more of what the show will become. So if you want a sneak peek, then subscribe to us at patreon.com/OMDpod. You'll still be getting episodes while we're on a break from the main show, so definitely worth signing up. And as of September, that will become an extended version of Another Day Ruined.
Yeah. So it's just a way of us, I suppose, expanding our remit. We love talking about dogs, but we don't feel that we want to continue along that line forever and ever.
And it doesn't mean that dogs won't come up. Of
They
course.
will come up. Yeah, they're part
Yes.
of our lives, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
But we
Yeah.
do tend to go quite off the lead anyway.
We do, absolutely.
Yes.
And that, in a way, for us, I think, has been some of the most fun bits of doing the podcast
Yes.
itself.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
I'm really hoping everyone will happily join us and just migrate across, as it will automatically happen anyway, and just keep listening and give us your feedback. We love to hear from you.
If it's nice, sorry, I just wanted to intervene
Obviously,
there.
it's nice.
Please don't bother with feedback if it's
we
negative.
will filter out all the stuff about Seann, but the rest of it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyway, so having said, in the tradition of Oh My Dog, which we're still in, how is Mildred? How is Juniper?
Well, I will say Mildred's just had a haircut.
Ah, lovely.
Big
Oh,
rude.
nice.
She does seem, we've spoken about this before, but she does seem in a much better mood.
Right.
I think she really likes it. I think with cockapoos, the hair can get in front of the eyes.
Mm.
And I think we allowed that. We allowed that. We allowed the hair to grow over her eyes too much, I think.
Yeah.
And,
Okay. And is she happy with it? The new hairstyle?
Much happier.
Okay.
Loves it. Just is in a better mood. Definitely.
She's probably a bit cooler. Do you think?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
And lighter.
And lighter, a bit lighter. Yeah.
Cool.
It's a funny thing because haircuts will change you. They change your whole thing. I remember when Charlie, my son Charlie, was about 4 or 5. His hair grew really quite long. It was almost as long as yours, Sarah. And we thought,
wow,
better have a haircut. I'm not really a liberal parent. I would ideally like you to have a haircut at some point. But anyway, he put the idea in his head, and he went for it. He says, "Yes, I want my haircut." And so he went and had his haircut, and he had it quite short. But he went absolutely kind of into a testosterone fueled phase in his life. As soon as his hair was short, he was like Action Man. He was like tearing around.
Oh, wow.
It changed.
Eating bricks.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So if it does that to children, it'll do that to dogs, I think. Yeah.
Can we just pause and rewind?
Yeah.
Please, and just kind of zoom in on why you didn't want your son to have long hair.
I didn't really mind. It went.
No, of course,
it went
of
on,
course.
and
That's understood.
But I was just saying you don't have to have your hair long if you don't want it, right? And he was saying, no, I don't want my hair cut, But then it came round to this idea. Yes, I actually do want my hair cut.
Yeah.
And,
because you were dangling cash in front of him. Come on, come to the barbers.
Probably like my mum did to me when I was about 16, and I had my hair right down here. And
oh right,
Oh.
there you go.
I remember there was a cash incentive to get my hair cut and get a job.
Right, understood. Because I remember.
Is that when you worked at Wimpy?
Well, that was one of those jobs, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember saying to my mum, I had my hair cut, got my job. Where's the cash incentive? She said, well, that's when you get paid, isn't it?
Very good.
Yeah, I've not had to. Obviously, the kids are very young, so I've not. I'm not at that stage of. I'm not at the risk, shall we say, of tattoos and things like that.
Yes.
Where I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just pretending that's not happening and continuing. Moving forward,
that will be a tricky one because obviously once you get to 18, or you can do what you want, but when they're children, and if you get a child saying I want a tattoo, I mean you would be irresponsible to say, well, sure, let's do it, let's go.
Yeah.
I
know. We went to see Toy Story 5 yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
What did you think?
I liked it, but I do think they need to let it go now. That's going to be a controversial opinion. I know it's good, and they're talking about how tech has taken over, and they do that quite well. But I did feel like at some points I was a bit like, oh, this is still going. It is lovely though, and there were points where I had tears in my eyes, so it is worth seeing.
Yeah.
But it was funny in the previews beforehand, the trailers. There's going to be a new Paw Patrol movie, and I
saw that. I was with Wilders. Yeah, she went mad for it. Yes.
I said to Theo, because before it said it was Paw Patrol, I'd forgotten what it was called, and I was like, oh, what's this? And he said Paw Patrol. And I said, you used to love this. You used to have costumes of it, toys of it, and he was nodding in agreement. But he's moved past that now.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting when you're saying this thing about imagine getting a child a tattoo when you know that they go through these phases so rapidly.
Yes.
I always think when people sit in they want sort of Taylor Swift tattooed across their chest or something. I just thought, isn't that what T-shirts are for? Yeah. And then you can take them off when you don't like Taylor Swift anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. On the theme of dog movies.
Yeah.
I don't know what film I was watching. What's been a big film recently? Oh God, it's escaped me. Anyway, there was a trailer. It was Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
See if you'll be able to go and see this. Brad Pitt plays some sort of former soldier, and he crash lands. I can't remember if it's his plane or whatever, but he crash lands with his dog on an island somewhere, and it's a kind of odyssey, get home, but just Brad Pitt and his dog. And you go, I don't know. Yeah. I'm worried about Brad Pitt's probably looking for an Oscar here, and I'm just I don't trust a film that's about a man and his dog, and I don't trust where that might end to pull the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Do you...
Bit manipulative, something.
Yeah. Was the dog called Manfredo? That would be good, wouldn't it?
What's that?
Well, like Man Friday on Robinson Crusoe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't...
That's good, Jack.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for acknowledging that.
I never saw that. I'm sorry. Or read it. I don't even know what...
I
never listened to it. No.
Well, it's okay. It's a kind of it's a sort of it's a bit like Castaway, really, in a way. But it's
right. That's what this. Yes, that's exactly what this looked like. Kind of Castaway, but with a dog.
Okay.
Do you think you could? Do you think you could gamble and put yourself through that, knowing that if they really want to just make you cry at the end, they could?
They better not do that, because there's no way. There's no way. If they did that, then no. But I'm up for seeing that.
Yeah,
as long as the dog's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I got quite attached to Wilson by the end of Castaway.
Oh yeah,
right.
So if there's a dog involved, I think I might absolutely lose it.
Yeah.
I told you about the time I did that skydive.
Yes,
absolutely insane.
It was insane.
I just can't get my head round people that doing that.
No,
I know. I do think now I would approach it quite differently, but I was scared. I was terrified. But when we were, so you free fall for a certain amount of thousands of feet, and then they pull the cord, and then the parachute comes out, and then you're just floating down, and that's really lovely. And
lovely.
I think we all knew that, Sarah. I know.
No, but this is the point. No, I know. But what I'm trying to get to is that was the point where you come to consciousness and you're like enjoying it. Up until that point, you're just going through this mad, wind rushing.
With it open, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. But at that point, when he pulled the cord, we were shouting, Wilson! Wilson! Because it was over Fiji.
Wow.
So it was all like, and he started it. Anyway, I'm doing this because I was on his front.
Yes.
And he started shouting Wilson, and I joined in because you're so elated and you're so like high, literally and figuratively. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Oh, yes. I just think, I've always thought this about skydiving, that if you pulled the lead, or whatever it is, to let the parachute go, and the parachute didn't work, you would just, I reckon your first thought, you'd just go, oh, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, why have we done this?
Why have I done this?
Why like that? Oh, yeah. There's
typical.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate typical.
Oh, and I won't even get a refund. That's the bit that hurts.
Yeah.
But
no. There is a backup shoot, though, isn't there? There is a backup one.
Yeah, but there's clearly, because sometimes it goes wrong, we know that the backup doesn't always work.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, or there was that incident where the husband had tampered with the equipment and neither worked, and she landed. She survived because she landed in soft sort of like a farm.
Hang on, what? Yeah,
she survived.
She jumped out of a plane and survived.
Yeah. Because of the ground that she landed on.
She landed on a bouncy castle.
She landed on a haystack or something. Incredible.
Yeah.
It was like a cartoon version of it. I mean, she was. I think she was injured, but bless her, she survived. And it turned out that the husband had tampered.
Yeah,
with the parachute, and he there you go, dear. Oh yeah, put that on. Good luck. See you later. And anyway, so no, he's now in prison, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Is that that must be a Netflix doc? I assume.
Definitely a doc. Yeah, it's been.
It must be somewhere. Yeah.
Hey! oh!
How was it?
Yeah. How? How? Well, was it? Yes, was it? Yes. Oh.
Right, I think it's time for a quick word about our friends at PetGo.
Yeah, over the years of raising dogs, I've come to realise it takes a village.
It really does. One person's walking Mildred, someone else is feeding her, Michelle's popping in, Nana and Papa are looking after her for the weekend.
And nobody can remember who's given her the worming tablet.
That's exactly what PetGo is built around. Instead of endless WhatsApps and trying to remember who's doing what, everyone looking after your dog can stay connected in one place with all the information they need.
Which should save a few family arguments.
And the other thing I like about it is it's about dog owners helping dog owners. It's not just full of businesses trying to sell you things. It's people sharing advice, recommendations, and helping each other out.
Yeah, and it's free for dog owners, free for charities. They don't take commission from pet care providers, and they pass discounts straight back to owners. It's all about making pet ownership easier, not more expensive.
Search for PetGo on the App Store or Google Play and join the village.
I wonder if they've got a version specifically for looking after Seann.
What do you mean by that? So, I mean, obviously, we're now going through another heat wave. We're back with a heat wave. Our lovely dog walker, who's very, very nice and loves the dogs. She actually is wonderful. And in this weather comes and collects Mildred early, which is really nice.
That's really kind, isn't it? Yeah.
So Mildred gets a very, very early walk, and then I take her out in the late evening.
Have you completely ditched Michelle? Is she not a part of your lives anymore?
Michelle, who I know listens.
Yeah.
Will sometimes help me out in emergencies.
Yeah. But she lives a bit further away now, doesn't she? I suppose
so. She does. Yeah. She'll help me in an emergency when I realise I've been out and maybe. Oh, Michelle, do you mind doing me a favour and feed Mildred?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Very
kind
good.
of thing. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you. She wasn't happy about the time when I said that she had to be dumped from the dog walks because she basically went out and had a cigarette.
No, I know.
It wasn't very fair that you said that, really.
No,
well,
it didn't
in public.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for telling the truth.
Oh well, as long as she's managing to keep smoking without Mildred, that's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly, precisely. So how's Dolly and how are Dolly and Juniper?
Yeah, how is Juniper, Sarah? Is she all right?
Yeah, she's good. She's good. I'm going to tell you about what happened this morning.
Go on.
Did the school run, and then a really lovely. I was talking to a friend, and then a lovely woman stopped, and she was really taken with Juniper, and she said, "My daughter's just got one of these, a long-haired Dachshund," and we got talking, and the traits are so similar.
Oh.
The barking at the door, the Velcro-ness of the dog, all of these things very similar. So we are going to get them together because Juniper doesn't have any long-haired Dachshund friends.
Oh, interesting.
And I think that would be really, really nice. So that was a lovely little chat we had this morning.
Is there a difference in, you might not know this, but do you know if there's a difference in character between long-haired Dachshunds and just, short-haired Dachshunds?
Yeah, there is.
I think there is.
What are they? What are those traits?
What do you reckon, Sarah?
Well, I only know what I've read because obviously I only know what long hairs are like because I've got one. But I don't really know how it would be if I brought in a different one. But from what I've read, they seem to have the best temperament.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Jack?
I do agree. And I have you speaking about having had smooth-haired Dachshunds. They're gorgeous dogs, but they I would say they are slightly more edgy. Let's put it that way. Whereas a long-haired Dachshund is just a lot more friendly, really. And I think that's because they have some spaniel bred into them at some point for the long hair.
Oh.
And the wire hairs as well are lovely. They're really good. The smooth-haired, and we had standards. The smooth-haired standards they're quite feisty dogs. They're kind of used to working and running around. And when you do see a standard, they're really quite rare these days, but they're absolutely huge. Some of them. We saw a standard wire-haired the other day, when we were down in Selsey, and this thing was the size of a basset. It was an absolutely huge dog. You know, it was almost, and it was a lovely dog, beautiful. But yeah, I agree that the long-haired ones tend to have much more placid temperament. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So
good. Well, you can keep us updated on their day out.
Yes, it'd be nice to know. Is the other one a dog or a girl?
It's a dog. Yeah, it's a boy. I think he's about 6 months old. I saw photos. I didn't actually meet him. Yeah, but it's so interesting when you meet somebody that they're talking about the same traits as your dog, like down to a T.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what Juniper reckons. She might say, "What'd you bring him round for? He's only a kid."
Yeah. And how about Dolly? How's Dolly?
Well, Dolly's fine. You know, she's we're in a very hot spell again now, of course, and she does find it quite a struggle. I think I do this thing when I'm walking her. I actually put my hand onto the pavement and feel it, see how hot it is now. I'm quite aware of that because actually. And we've got a terrace at the back of our house, which is kind of grey slate, and I can't walk on that in barefoot on a hot day. It gets absolutely red hot. So what it must be like for her, she must absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've become aware of that when I'm walking her, and she gets a bit worried by the very bright sunlight, and I think it's to do with shadows and stuff. It's she suddenly gets startled by it. So. Try and walk her in the shade as much as possible. But yeah.
Well, I've just looked up. Are there dogs that especially like the heat? And Chihuahuas are included in that.
Well, Mexican, you know.
Yeah.
I suppose they would know it.
Closer to the equator.
So I think that she. And a lot of dogs are like this, aren't they? You think, oh, they're hot, but then they'll actually go and lie in the sun.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
As if they really do like it. So, yeah.
Baking themselves. I saw this thing the other day. This guy was a reel, and he was wearing a big coat, like a winter coat, with nothing on his feet, and walking. I think it was like in Manchester or something. He's walking into town. And to demonstrate what it's like for a dog in the real heat of the day. Right. And when he took his coat off, he sweated right through his T-shirt. Oh. So he was making the point, like, don't make your dogs walk, because they will walk on the hot ground, because they'll do that for you, won't they? They're not going to go, this is a bit hot for me. You can't tell. So their feet will burn. So it was quite a good video to sort of just remind everybody.
Yeah, that is a good way of thinking of it, actually. Yeah.
But we are different creatures.
Yeah.
Species, yeah.
But he was just making a point, wasn't he?
Just making a point.
Yeah.
He's just making a point, I think.
Sorry, I'm behind. Sorry, I'm behind him.
Trying to criticise what he's doing there.
Yeah. I wouldn't. By the way, if I saw him doing it, I wouldn't have heckled. You know, like we're a different species, mate.
Yeah.
What are you on about? Yeah, no, fair enough. That's nice of him. The other dogs that apparently like the heat are. Oh, sorry. Actually, just whilst I remember.
Yes.
Did you watch the England game? Did you guys stay up?
Oh no.
I didn't stay up for it. No, I didn't stay up for it. And actually, when I woke up, Jane had woken up before me, and she blurted out the score.
No.
I could look at. So, but to be honest, I was, to my shame, I was really surprised. I didn't think England would make it through.
No,
so, and it was so thrilling.
I didn't stay up for it, but I was woken up in the early hours of the morning with car horns.
Oh, wow.
Beep, 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 beep. But I mean this. I thought, well, they could be Mexicans. So I didn't. So I went to. So I just went back to sleep and thought, well, I still don't know. And I watched the game in the morning and didn't know. And obviously it turned out that England had won. Spoiler alert.
Admit it. Did you actually think they're probably Mexicans? That's the kind of thing they do when they score. That's really what you thought, wasn't it?
That's what they do when they get a throw in. Yeah, that's them. Yeah.
But in the middle of the night, I mean, what these people do in their cars in the middle of the night?
Why did they leave their homes? And also, that's ruining it for everybody else, isn't it?
It is a bit, especially in the night.
Well, Grace just thought it was absolutely... I said, oh, brilliant, they did win. And she went, of course they won. You were woken up by horns at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So how many Mexicans do you think live in the area that they would be driving around in their cars?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I suppose. I'm glad I didn't really think about it. I was just going with the whole, multicultural London thing.
Yeah, of course.
And,
yeah.
Because maybe there's loads of Mexicans.
Yeah, you're so hip. It's
Exactly. I'm so hip. I actually supported Mexico. Yeah. But yeah, so Dolly's Mexican. Did you rub it in?
Absolutely. Well, Dolly was, she was just, nah, don't matter. They ain't play as well as they should have anyway. Don't deserve to win. So she's now fully Team England now.
Oh, she's got Team England.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's very good. The other dogs that, I was going to say the other dogs that like the heat, apparently, Chihuahuas and Greyhounds.
Greyhounds.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like the heat. And Ridgebacks.
Yeah, they're used to the sort of African heat,
right?
And maybe Pharaoh hounds as well. Sort of, this old, very old breed.
Probably doesn't say that there. Sorry to interrupt. Just quickly, a reminder that myself, Jack, and Sarah are now on Patreon.com. So if this isn't enough for you, you can sign up and become a member at Patreon.com/OMDpod, where we will go off lead. That's the name. Oh My Dog goes off lead, where we kind of go off topic, away from dogs, and we chat about what you want to talk about, or we just catch up, and it's a lot of fun. People seem to be really enjoying it. So there's a little link in the episode description. Just tap that, sign up, and we'll see you there. Back to the episode. How do you guys like the heat?
I don't love it. I like to keep cool as possible. I can't sit in the sun. I don't like that. And
no, I'm probably somewhere in between. I do quite like the sun, but don't like it going over the 30s, into the 30s.
No.
And when I lived in Australia, one day it was 40 and it was terrible. It was like a hairdryer just blowing at you the whole time.
It's just debilitating.
Yeah. So I'm not. I don't love it as much as you.
They must do. Everything's aircon.
The flats I lived in didn't. No, didn't have aircon. And I still can't get an air conditioning unit here. Still can't.
What does that? Right, why not? What does that mean?
They're sold out.
But they're sold out, right? Okay. Oh right, that's happening. It's like lockdown. Everyone's getting the toilet rolls in, and
I did get an air conditioning unit, and it's quite
rub it
in our bedroom.
Yeah, thanks, Jack.
Yeah. And
I
don't even use it, to be honest, but it's just there. I like to stay. I like to stay cool in the heat, but I don't really suffer. Jane doesn't love the heat. She's not great at it. So how about you, Sean?
He loves it.
As long as I've got nothing to do, I'll just sit there and melt.
Right.
I absolutely love it.
You do like it, okay?
We should just stay like this forever.
Yeah, I like it being warm. I love the summer. I really love the summer.
Yeah.
And I love the long days. I think it's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
It's so brilliant. Going for a walk at 9:45 at night.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Isn't it wonderful?
Paul Weller was playing in Bedford at the weekend because they have this Bedford Live thing. There's like 4 nights of music. And we could hear it from where we live. And I was walking and my son was with me and we're wandering around. I was like, this is so lovely, isn't it? It's really fun. It's really nice.
The summer can transform anywhere. Like in the summer, Shepherd's Bush is almost nice.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's really one of the biggest dumps. Must be one of the biggest dumps in the country. No, I live here, and I can say that I've lived here for 15 years.
Okay.
It's an absolute dump.
Oh. No.
And in the but in the summer, it's quite nice.
It is quite nice.
Yeah.
Everyone
really
sort of looks better in the summer and feels better, don't they? It's really
fantastic.
Nice.
Sure.
But speaking of heat, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about your office which is in where you are now, Sean.
Yeah.
And in the background, there was an umbrella leaning up against that
Still
one
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you not even got it out of its packaging in this hot weather? You've not used it?
Well, do you know what? You won't be able to probably see. Well, so first of all, no, I don't. I kind of don't. Anything practical, anything that involves
Putting
lifting,
an umbrella up isn't exactly. That's not exactly DIY.
Well, who else is doing it then?
Well,
it is, isn't it? I'd have to do that myself.
But, what do you have to fix it into the base or something? Is that the problem?
Okay, I'm not an engineer. I don't. Back off.
Yeah,
I don't know. Look, I didn't look. You were the first people to point that out to me. I didn't know about this purchase.
Okay.
I didn't put it here. I don't think thus far we've not needed it. Hitherto,
Okay.
we've not needed it. And but what I'll tell you what you might enjoy about this office. I don't know how clear it's going to be on camera, but they've built it. It's a kind of Willy Wonka job. You see here. This
I
gap
see.
between
Yes,
that-
yes, I
right.
can see.
That's because the wall is actually leaning back.
Oh no!
That's not this. I live in an office. It's not straight. It's all. And I looked at the everything's wonky. It's like a Willy Wonka office.
Who built it for you?
A friend of the family.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I can't go. What have you done? I'm surprised I'm not sliding down. You know, you roll the ball when it goes down down the floor. But yeah. So Grace's dad is going to come and screw the shelves back onto the wall so everything kind of looks straight.
Looks a bit
Okay.
more straight. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm having to give the illusion.
It's definitely not the shelves leaning forward. Because I can
No,
see
really it isn't. It really isn't.
I
So
can see it's all...
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like the shelves are moving forward.
Yeah.
No, the shelves are straight.
Yeah.
And the wall is leant back.
Won't that mean that at the bottom it's like that?
Yes, so he'll put. Yes, it will.
He's gonna
So
put
then he'll
something in.
things underneath.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, and it's the same at the top. I don't mind a quirk, so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really affect me, but
No.
But it does mean that the office is still a tip because there's no point in me sorting all that out until those shelves are stapled to.
Yeah,
Right,
we once had a builder around to do a quote for some work, and it was putting a whole load of shelves up and stuff. And I hadn't met him before, and he turned up, and he was really badly cross-eyed.
Don't.
No.
I know. It was like, and it's very, very. It was really hard, and I couldn't take it seriously. So he said, "Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Put shelf shelf up there and one up there." And I said, "No, just the one shelf." We just. It was a bit awkward, because I didn't want to. But anyway, so he didn't get the job, I'm afraid.
Oh. That is straight out of Lead Balloon.
Yeah, it is a bit, yeah.
Yeah. And don't come back.
It's walking into the door as he walks out.
Oh yes. I'm not very DIY. Are you DIY people?
No. But speaking of offices, this is probably the last one I'll do from here because we kind of start moving in the next few weeks, and I'll be in a new house,
So
a different house for 6 months,
Temporary, yeah.
temporary, and then we go to the one that we're doing up.
So will you try and recreate that the way that room looks now? Will you just recreate that in the new spot?
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth recreating a particular look. I mean, so you might see one or two of these pictures up there in the background next time. Where we're going temporarily, I don't know what that'll look like, but eventually I have allocated a nice room for my office, and so I'll put some stuff up. But
Lovely.
yeah, so that'll be a nice on the move.
6 months in a temporary place.
Yeah, which I'm looking forward to. It'll be fine. It'll be like a sabbatical.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, travel lodge is all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got a vending machine.
Yeah, we've all been chucked out. We all know what it's like. So that's going to be a thing, and I'm sort of hoping that Dolly will enjoy it. She knows the other house we're going to temporarily anyway, and so she's been in there a few times now, and just that's all right. I don't mind.
Oh,
Well, that's good. Have you? Be interesting. Have you kind of seen what the dog walk might be in the new?
I kind of figured it out. It's not far from where we are now, so it won't. That's okay. But our new house where we go is going to be. It's just going to be. We're just to figure it out really. But Dolly is great. Dolly's great for walks anyway, because you just take her out. You carry her out of the house, and then she'll walk home. And she likes a pavement walk more than anything, really.
Oh wow!
She loves the pavement walk.
Yeah, does she? Do you? I can't remember. Do you need to keep Dolly on the lead?
We do keep her on the lead. Yeah.
Would she? Is that you just being precautious because actually she wouldn't run off, or if she saw a fox across the road, would she?
If a dog came up to her, this is what happened when we first got her. She would take flight, and then you'd have a problem getting her to stop and come back. So now we just keep her on the lead, and it's not like she needs any exercise. She gets enough exercise running up and down the stairs and going out in the garden. But we do keep her on the lead.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So but she likes a pavement walk, and she loves. And it's because there are less dogs. You go in the park or something. There's dogs everywhere, and that's what she doesn't like. She's not really a dog person.
Yeah.
I think I kind of mentioned this. I've been on the evening walk, which is smaller to the main day walk.
Yeah.
I've been kind of toying with or flirting with taking the lead off Mildred on the way back.
Yes.
On the way back when she's not trying. Because when we're going to the park, she will kind of annoyingly, it really gets on my nerves. She kind of pulls me a little bit. I can't stand that. Drives me nuts. No. But on the way back, she's more relaxed. She's not, trying to desperately get home. She's just strolling. And I could take her off the lead. It's lovely.
That's really
I could take her off the lead, and she stays really close.
That's
and if she goes slightly ahead, she just waits for me. That's brilliant. It's really, really nice. But I could only do that. In, when there are no cars.
Yeah.
I would never do it in the day.
It's a confidence thing as much as anything, as long as you know you've got the recall.
Yes.
I mean, I think you did do this thing of just letting her run off with the lead on. So if you needed to grab her, it was a bit easier. Did you still do that?
Yeah, no, that was it. Yeah, I think, where did I do that? Must have been in the park. I would do that. But I think you're right. You pointed out that you didn't really like that, and I think that might have rubbed off on me.
I think that's how it came up, wasn't it? Yeah.
You were saying that people that do that, it's quite lazy.
Yeah, it looks lazy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it looks lazy. Then you're out in the park. Do you want to go for a run? There you go. Can't even be bothered to lean down and unclip the dog. I sometimes think dogs look round at their owners and think, it's just, what are you, so lazy? Can't you take the lead off? All right, I'll just run around with it on, shall I?
A disgrace.
Yeah.
An absolute disgrace.
It's quite nice the other day. We were in the park and a dog came over that wasn't on the lead, and Juniper was okay, and then she wasn't, and she gave it a little bark back. And the guy came round, he goes, I'm really sorry. I didn't know you were there. I wouldn't have let her off the lead. And I thought this was really good because he apologised. He'd let her off the lead. She'd come over to a dog that she shouldn't have. And that was a really nice little interaction rather than, somebody thinking that was absolutely fine to do that. And I said, I keep her on the lead the whole time. And he said, I usually do, but I thought there was no one here.
No,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Considerate. That's a very nice thing. Juniper agrees.
Yeah.
Good to catch up. Thank you all for listening to My Dog. We hope you enjoyed taking a deep dive with us into our love of dogs.
Yes, and please go and subscribe to us on Spotify and YouTube, and follow us on Instagram at OMDpod. You'll find loads of extra content and videos there. And if you want more from us, this isn't enough, you can head to patreon.com/OMDpod for our bonus show, Off the Lead.
Yeah, and don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts as well. And remember, a dog is for life, not just for podcasts.
Yeah. Even though at some point, what's our new ending going to be?
That's a good point. We haven't got the new ending yet.
And remember, another day ruined is for life. Not just for podcasts.
And remember, life is for podcasts, not just for life.